Won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Hustle for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wow, 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 lift it up.
Good Friday morning. Hold on. I gotta pin my little message. Hold on. How y'all doing? Get on up in here. Come on in, get the likes up on the video, and shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all are doing so good. Y'all are looking so good. I hope y'all are having such a wonderful day as I am. And shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Come on in, get the likes up. It is Friday. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend, y'all. Come on, girl. I'm just trying to pin this damn message to the top. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Friday to ya. Happy Friday to ya. Happy Friday. Or whatever the people used to say. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. It is Educational Friday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing genealogy, and I hope y'all are doing black, okay? Shout out to all of y'all. It is the Morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when I upload or go live. Mostly go live on this channel, but still, please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go upload. Also, if you are on this channel and you see my face, you see this beautiful hat that I'm wearing. This is from my brand called Babe, Black Americans versus Everybody. And the slogan is Babe is the new wave, right? And as you can see, this is one of my embroidered caps. You guys can find this and other Babe gear and material at VoodooDollTVShop.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. So why don't y'all go ahead on over there, see if y'all can get y'all a little 1-2 yin yin. You feel me I'm saying? And go support the doll. It's for a good cause, okay? And the cause is, girl, I need the money. Now I'm just playing. I know that is the cause, but the cause really is for us to get the messaging out. That is us versus everybody. So if you can, please support the doll. Also, you guys, it is very imperative. It's a beautiful day today. When I tell you that sun was out, I took a beautiful walk, hugged my tree. I had a great time. Get out, ground, meditate, pray. It's time for us to get back to God, man. We got to get back to the Most High, to the source, whatever it is, whoever it is you believe in, we got to get back to it. It is time. So please do that. Also, genealogy, we talk about this on a day-to-day basis. It is imperative, Black America, you better start that genealogy. You better start it. If you do not start your genealogy, you will regret it. When people are over there getting their inheritances and they land and they reparations, and you're going to be sitting over there talking about, then you're going to want to be mad. You see what I'm saying? Go do the genealogy. It's free-ish. I don't know. Just do it, girl. Just do it. Anyways, but come on in, get the likes up on the video. We have a show today. We have a show, and we're going to go and get into it. We want to talk about this clear woman on TikTok and Instagram. I've talked about her on this channel before, but there's a clear woman who lives in Slidell, Louisiana, which is about 15 minutes away from New Orleans. She had made a lot of money and a lot of time on TikTok and Instagram saying that she's a Creole. And because a lot of us are ignorant to who the actual Creole people are and were, we now believe that clear people, blonde hair, blue-eyed even, are actual Creoles, and that these so-called Creoles are black. There are clear people on the internet cosplaying as a Creole as a way to get in through black. And we're going to get into why this woman needs to be abolished. It should be some stolen valor type of stuff, stolen identity. We need a law. At this point, we need a law, because I'm getting sick and tired of everybody wanting to be black in order to pay their bills. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. She is a clear woman. I don't care what she said they put on her daddy birth certificate. That is a clear woman. She turns red at her back. When the sun hit her back, she turned red and start peeling. That's a clear woman. And I don't want nobody to get on here and say, but, I have Creole people in my family and my aunt looks white. She might be. That's not what I'm talking about. I got Creole people in my family too. We not gonna tongue wrestle about it. The lady on the TikTok and the Instagram is a clear woman, and we gonna get into it. So y'all sit right there. We also gonna get on the Afro man. The Afro man dude, he won his trial because the people was over there harassing him. Then we got to talk about Boosie versus Tasha K. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but we bringing it up. Boosie done cussed Tasha K out, girl. We got to get into it. Toni wished death on Black Chyna. Nothing new, but we're going to get into why that's a horrible thing. And then the immigrants using the march on Selma to get recognition for people to protest us not kicking out these illegal aliens. Let me just say this. The march on Selma was a production. Welcome to the party. You're late. If you new to this channel, girl, I'm about to make you mad. If you have an attachment to the civil rights movement, you about to unsubscribe, but you'll be back. Don't unsubscribe. Just go away for a little while because you coming back. I'm telling y'all now, the fact that these immigrants are reenacting the first reenactment of the doggone march on Selma is just... Oh, yeah. The march on Selma was a production. It was fake. It was a production. Oh, yeah. Production. Baddies. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yay. Cops. Yay. Judge Judy. Yay. Love and Hip Hop. Yay. That's what the civil rights movement, that whole march on Selma coming across that bridge with the dogs. Yay! We gonna get into it. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, if you have an attachment to these lies, you're gonna hate me. But then you'll come back and love me again. Because after I hurt your feelings with the truth, then you're gonna go do the research. If you are intelligent enough, you'll go do the research. You'll be like, oh snap. She wasn't lying. Then you're going to come back. And guess what? I'm not even going to be mad at you because I understand. I went through it myself. I'm not here to make friends. I'm just here to give you the information. So we're going to get on that and a few other things. But y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. Let me tell y'all something. Who remember that dream I had? When I told y'all I had that dream, I had a dream in the 1950s setting, 40s or 50s settings. And I was going on a TV production set. And I paid for backstage passes to find out the behind the scenes. And the behind the scenes that I found out was actually everything that we know of to be history was staged. It wasn't real. And then after I had the dream, I started opening these two eyes and paying attention to what's going on around the world and started doing the research and all of that stuff. And every day we've been coming on here proving none of that shit was real. Y'all better, man, watch out. Watch out. Tell them, Dream Dog, the world is a stage. Yup, it was all a lie. There you go. If y'all still caught up on this civil rights movement, I'm telling you now, it was all a lie. So let's get used to this little meme right here.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
Everything you know about history is a lie. They got some truth in there now. But for the most part, it's a lie. But we're going to get into it, y'all. Come on in. The Truman Show, a big hoax. All of that. And I'm not the first one to break this information. Many people have talked about this before. But since we are in the age of knowing, the age of Aquarius, we're going to dig into it again so we can wake up some people who maybe didn't know, okay? I can make you laugh even more, Bianca. Bianca said, keep in mind, though, they were not fake in the sense of being prearranged with the police who brutally assaulted them. Yes. And that's what I want to get into, and we'll get into that more when we talk about the subject. When I say fake and staged, I mean, there were real players in the situation, but the players, some of them didn't even know that they were a part of the stage. Does that make sense? So, like, for instance, I'll give you kind of a short example. Let's just say I have a prank I want to play. Let's say I'm Ashton Kutcher and I want to play a prank. Oh, I'll give you an example. Let's talk about the Ashton Kutcher prank. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember that Ashton Kutcher prank where he had Beyonce at the top of the Christmas tree and she was trying to put the star on top of the tree and then the whole tree fell over and all them kids were going, oh. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember that. It was on this show called Punk'd. It's a show called Punk'd by Ashton Kutcher, and the show's whole premise was they take celebrities and play pranks on them, right? All right, why is this important? Remember when the tree fell and all them kids was going, oh, the only person wasn't in on it was Beyonce, but the tree people was in on it, the kids were in on it, and everybody was in on it. The only person who did not know that this was a prank was Beyonce, even though it was a whole production and a prank. That's how it happened in history, but kind of in a reverse way. So basically, they put it on as production, and there were real players in it. Like the Beyonce was the real player in her prank. They could have had real people walking by, just happen to see the play or the prank, and be like, "Oh, Beyonce knocked over a tree," because to them it would be. It's the same thing with these productions when it comes to this history. A lot of it was real. People really died. People really lost their lives. People really fought. All of that was real. But if you don't understand the scope of what's going on, you could be an actor or even a main event or main actor in the same play. It's kind of a crazy mind thing that they do with us. And they always have some truth in it, so it makes you attached to it. But not enough truth to give you enough knowledge of it. If it makes sense. I hope I explained that good with that analogy, but we'll get into it a little bit more. Before we do that, though, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me read a couple of super chats before we jump off the porch. What you cooking? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, why MF is so excited about Lotto being preggers, but call Clarissa every word but the child of God. Same situation in Skin. And you know what you cooking? I'm so glad you brought that up because you know I got on the docket as an honorable mention. And it ain't even about her being pregnant. It's about niggas being more colorist than the clears. We gonna get into it. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Dream Further, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. Says, hey boo, can you wish my daughter a 37th birthday? We love you down to the ground. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I don't know your name, but happy birthday, Dream Further's daughter. Happy 37th birthday. You know, I once was 37 too, and it didn't change nothing. But still turn up, have a good time, do what you want to do. And yeah, get money, abundance. Have a great time, week, year, month, day, whatever it is you want. I really do hope that for you. Thank you so much for your support, Dream Further. And happy birthday, little Dream Further. Thank y'all. What you cooking? Thank you for the super chat. Says, why people excited about Lotto being preggers, but call Clarissa everything but the child of God? I get it. Woke can be lusting hard, but it's literally the same situation. Colorism AF. Absolutely. Thank you. What you cooking? And Dream Further. Thank you so. And here go the name. Her name is Andrea. Andea. Happy birthday, Andea. I hope you enjoy your birthday, and I hope you have many, 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 many more. Enjoy your birthday, Andea. All right. Now, we going to get into it. Somebody said you don't look a day over 30. It's the wig, girl. It's the wig. Girl, I am 43 years old. 4 and a 3. 43. You know, my uncle had called me the other day for my birthday. Shout out to my uncle. But my uncle had called me. He was like, how old you is? Because me and my uncle ain't but like 3-4 years apart. I tell that nigga all the time, we like brothers and sisters. You know, back in the days, your uncles used to be born. Your mom and your grandma had children together at some point. But at any rate, he called me and was like, oh, how old you turned 21? How you made 21? And I said, no, I made 43. And like I told him, you know, I don't know if y'all know this, but my sister passed when she was 23. And I never forget not watching her, but I never forget finding her calendar with all of the stuff she had planned out for the rest of her life, or at least for the rest of that year. Paying bills, vacations, buying homes. She had it all planned out. And I kept saying to myself, if she knew that she wasn't going to make it, would she have lived differently? And also, it made me realize that I don't want to not downplay how old I am. I'm 43. 43, a 4 and a 3. I'm 43, girl. I done lived 10 lives in these 43 years. I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm blessed to say that I made it to 43. So I ain't gonna never get on here and lie. I'm an old woman. Okay? But I live with a young spirit, so it is what it is. Yeah. I don't believe, and plus black women don't age bad. We don't have to lie. We don't have to lie. We don't age bad. That's for the clears I told y'all. They the ones aging like milk. That's for the clears. We don't have to do that, baby. We can say how old we is. Them niggas don't care. Stop me when I start lying. We can say how old we is. Them niggas don't care. Don't let that internet stuff fool you with them red pill nigga cells on here talking about, oh, if she's 30, she done hit the wall. Don't let that internet stuff fool you. These niggas don't care. Matter of fact, I be having to swat the young ones off more than anything. You see what I'm saying? So please, I ain't worried. 43, baby. 4 and a 3. 43. I'm proud of that, baby. And you should be too. Y'all blessed to be on this side of the earth. Or at least on this side of the bed. You could take the long nap. So be blessed. Be your age. Don't lie. Let's get into the show. All right, y'all. We got to get into, since Lotto was brought up, let's get into her as an honorable mention. So I don't follow Lotto. I'm not even about to sit up here and lie to y'all. I don't follow that little girl. I don't know what's going on. All the thing I know about Lotto is she's a half and half. She's from Atlanta, allegedly from the hood. This is what I know about the little girl, because I don't know this child. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me pull up her whole spiel. Let's pull up her whole spiel. Then we got to get on Turley People. I can't believe Turley People and came on here and played in our face. Marlo must need a new house. But my thing is, with Turley People, he could have called me. I need a new house too. I would have played a beard. Nigga, I need something for my IMDb profile. The hell? I'd have kissed on that nigga lips for a house and some land. Girl, is you crazy? I done kissed on a nigga lips for less. He ain't have to go get Marlo. And it would have been a fire story. Turley Paper could have came got me. Don't worry about what I said in the past. Turley Paper could have came got me. It would have been a fire story. It would have been like Turley Paper rescues the young and upcoming blogger from YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Turley, you could have called me. We could have wrote this script way better. It would have been Turley finds unsuspecting local New Orleans young blogger, sweeps her off her feet like Cinderella. And I'm going to put my feet up like this. I'm going to put my feet up like this in a picture. You see what I'm saying? Sweep her off her feet, my feet up. You feel what I'm saying? And I would have did all of that. I've always wanted to be a beard. I've always wanted to see what it was about. But Turley went got Marlo. I'm sorry, I got off subject, but I just thought about it when I seen it. I said, don't worry about what I said in the past, Turley. We could have got past that. You should have called me. But anyway, if you need another beard, voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. The email ain't gonna change, okay? Anyways, you see the vision, Kiki? Because I'm telling you, I could have, man, it would have been fine. We would have been on the covers, bitch. Like, girl, we would have been on the covers of the magazines, me like this. Doing TikToks with that little sound from Nicki Minaj. I call my boyfriend, then you getting beat up by me, and Turley Paper in the background like this. I ain't gonna lie, man. I done kissed a nigga for less, man. I'm just saying. And for all I know, I probably done slept with a couple of download niggas. They ain't never told me. You see what I'm saying? I could have did that. I'm just saying, like, come on, man. We got to be realistic. In this economy, we got to start being realistic, okay? At any rate, let's get back into, what's that little girl named? Lotto. So, Lotto is pregnant and all the girls are gagging. Let's get her on here. And you know, I'm only bringing up Lotto to do a nanny boo boo to y'all because y'all be thinking I just be hating or I'm just the evil. No, I don't think people think I'm evil. I think people think I'm just mean. And I'm not. I just be telling y'all what's going on. How you spell this little girl name? Lotto. All I think I know about that girl, I throw that ass back to see if he could catch it. I ain't athletic, but the 10 is for the necklace. I know that song. I know that. I know that one. I don't know much of that little girl. I don't know much of that little girl music, but I know that song. Because that one was about when it came out. And I remember Trina got on it and tore it up, girl. Not in a good way. Trina, girl. This is not the channel for that. Let's move on. So, Lotto is pregnant. Let's get her on here. She made an announcement. Big Mama. It's her hand and some nigga's hand, as you can see. Y'all know Lotto is a half and half. Now, like I told y'all, I didn't know much about this child. Only thing I knew was they said she was on that show with Jermaine Dupri where he was over there picking chairs so he could molest them. Let's move on. I know she was on that show, allegedly. I know she was on that show with, what's that boy name? Jermaine Dupri and them. That's what they said. Jermaine Dupri and them. She was on that show and she came out of that and she been rapping ever since. I know she's a half and half. But she sound like a nigga. That means her mama probably hung amongst buku niggas before and after pregnancy, okay? So ultimately, that's all I know about the girl. Now, when I see she got pregnant, I said, well, whoop-de-doo. I mean, how many of these hoes is pregnant? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal? But then I started seeing people saying stuff like, so how y'all is bigging up Lotto, but y'all have problem with this person and that person? And I was of confusion because, like I said, I don't follow the rap girls beef. This is more of some of the other people's movement, not really necessarily mine. She takes some cute pictures. She looks really cute. But Lotto announced that she was pregnant and the girls were gagging and others were saying, how, Sway? At any rate, before we get into why they were gagging, let's get into Lotto announcing her pregnancy and her thanking the fans. It says, congratulations, the rumors are true. Atlanta rapper Lotto confirms months of speculation about her being secretly pregnant. On Thursday, March 19th, Lotto took to her Instagram teasing new music. She says, however, her video teasing new music left social users wondering if she was really dropping new music, a baby, or both. As midnight hit on the East Coast, Lotto dropped another Instagram post as she announced her upcoming album, Big Mama, and revealed her album cover art, which showed her visibly pregnant. She also dropped the music video to her song, Business and Personal, the intro. Fans have already started speculating the viral video includes 21 Savage due to the hand and on her belly featuring the same goon tattoos as that? I don't know what gun tattoos as 21. Additionally, Lotto is seen with a sword tattoo similar to that one on 21's forehead. Furthermore, the two having sparked romance rumors for years. Meanwhile, Lotto has went live with fans showing off a closer look at her protruding baby bump. She talked about her album coming out May 29th and more. Socialites, what do you think? Is she having a boy or a girl? So let's get into Lotto telling us she pregnant. Let's get into it.
Working, I can hear. What's up, nigga?
Hey! I don't even know what to say, y'all. Thank y'all for all the congratulations. Business and Personal out now. Big Mama, the album, May 29th. I'm Big Mama. For real. Big Mama, one kid. Okay, play the song. Because I don't have anything else to say. I can live in freedom now. I've been just...
I don't know if I can play her music because it's probably copywritten. I don't know if I can play her music. Let me see. She's still rapping?
That's the business.
She's still rapping. She's still rapping to the baby.
Going down.
Let them know what's going on, man.
KK.
Let them know what's going on, man.
We could goddamn cookies in the goddamn oven. Everybody baking in this bitch. Put cookies in the oven.
Twin. We got babies. Wait.
Fuck! We got motherfucking mirror.
Amira, come here. Come here.
We put the goddamn cookies in the oven.
Let them know what's going on.
We got babies around this bitch.
Niggas go baby for baby.
We going baby for baby.
Oh, baby, baby, round.
We going baby for baby. For bump. Shit.
Oh my God. Thank y'all so much. Business and personal out now. Big Mama the album.
Hey,
I'm so high off life right now.
I'm only slowing it down or muting it because of the music. I don't want to get the copyright strike. So here's the picture. She says, Lotto, Big Mama the album, 529, business and personal, intro song and video out now. She says, thank you, God. Nene, JT, everybody was under there. I know last night when I looked at her announcement, she had over 1.something million. Let me go look on here and see. Views on it. And she had just announced it. Hold on. I should have put Lotto on the docket. Hold on. Let's get Lotto. I throw that ass back to see if you could catch it. I ain't athletic, but the tennis for the necklace. Yeah, she got 2 million views in 13 hours. Matter of fact, I can pull it up for y'all can see. Let me pull it up so y'all can see. How about that? That way y'all can see it too. I throw that ass back to see if you can catch it. I ain't athletic, but the tennis for the necklace. Now that song on my head. How you spell that girl name? Yeah, that's how you spell it. Let me see. I'm going to let y'all see it. People are saying, now, did she post this or did they post this? Because people are saying that her baby daddy is 21 Savage. That's what everybody is saying. And the rumors are that 21 Savage is married. Is 21 Savage married? No. It says as of March 26, he's not known for publicly being married, while he's had a high-profile relationship in the past, including Amber Rose and who else? Who he supposed to be with? Let's get into it. 21's alleged wife reacts to Lotto's pregnancy announcement. So he do have a common law wife or something. He got somebody, and this is what it says. Lotto announced that she and 21 are expecting a child ahead of her new album, Big Mama, coming out later this year. Lotto recently confirmed long-standing pregnancy rumors about her, and it's led to more conversation around her relationship with 21 Savage. Upon her apparent confirmation that he's the father of her child, his alleged wife, Joce, stepped into social media to react. As caught by Alexis on Twitter, Joseph allegedly liked the Atlanta FemC's Instagram announcement post regarding her upcoming album, Big Mama, her pregnancy, and the business and personal single. However, beyond this, no other reactions and statements emerged. As such, we'll see if any party involved elaborates or on this dynamic and any further in this future, since fans want answers. Still based on the IG like, Joseph seems, Still, based on this IG like, Joseph seems supportive of the couple. Who is Joseph? The reason why folks immediately connect 21 to the pregnancy announcement isn't just due to the romance rumors that are all but explicitly confirmed. It's also because of the new single music video. In it, a hand with the same tattoo as Savage caresses Lotto, and fans were quick to draw the connection amid fans and loved ones' reactions. Everyone seems quite happy for the couple on their journey. Kiana Joseph is 21, Savage alleged wife, and their exact relationship status is unclear at press time. They reportedly share 2 sons, Kamari and Ashad, whereas he has a daughter named Rain or Ryan from an unknown partner. The entrepreneur and beautician reportedly married 21 in 2020, shortly after his arrest regarding his visa. Oh, she married that nigga to keep him in the... Oh. So they may not even really be together. As such, there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not their marriage relates to this case, but that's also officially unclear at this time. In any case, they keep their personal lives private for the most part and focuses on their family. So who knows? It seems like Lotto and him might be together, and that might be something else. Either way, I saw what's his name? Le'Veon Bell pointed out something that I wanted to talk to Black America about because nobody don't want to have this conversation. So whether, however we want to say, whether we believe that 21 Savage is in another relationship, really or not, the fact of the matter is this would have made Lotto the side chick. Now, when you go look at Lotto's page, who has 14 million subscribers, when she posted her pregnancy announcement, she got 2 million views or at least 2 million likes or whatever on said Instagram post. And if we're being fair, Lotto is a side chick. So my thing is, Lotto is not only a side chick, but she's a side chick that got pregnant. So how is it that 2 million people could raise Lotto up, but then 1 million people could tear somebody down like Clarissa Shields, and she not even pregnant by Papoose? Before we get into why, let's get into what Le'Veon Bell said. Now, Le'Veon Bell is an ex-NFL player. He was a running back. He played with, don't give me the line, the black and yellow, the Steelers. He played with the Steelers. He played with a few teams or whatever. But I know I had him on my fantasy team when he was with the Steelers, okay? But Le'Veon Bell, I guess he's been very vocal about things. He do get back to the community. And he says this: Lotto just announced she's pregnant by a married man with 3 kids and made it part of her album rollout. And that's who today's women look up to. We're doomed. And he is absolutely right. Now, this is my thing. I want to go in and say, for those women who are mad at Clarissa Shields, I think you're right. I want to go with you and say, at the end of the day, it don't matter if Pap is still literally married or physically married to that girl. She shouldn't be with him. But I want to challenge those people who say that to also keep that same energy with your faves. And also not even just with your faves, because a lot of Black women suffer from colorism. And do you want to know what's so crazy about the Black women who suffer from colorism the most? Most of them are my color. The same Black women, the same ones my color, Black Americans. I'm not talking to no other group of people. Get me up here. Get me up here. I'm not talking to no other group of people. I'm talking to Black American women. The same ones who hop on any social media platform to windmill with your head down to talk about racism, colorism, feminism, and all of the isms. I'm talking to you. And y'all my color. You are the most colorist of us all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most colorist of us all? Black women who look like me? You don't want to admit it. You a lie, I swear to God, that's not the truth. But every day I come on this internet, I see it over and over and over. Some of you bitches even like light-skinned babies over the darker-skinned ones. Done seen it all my life. And the fact of the matter is, the reason why you so happy about Lotto being a side chick that got pregnant is because something about her proximity to damn near being white, it intrigues you. That's what it is. You would never say that out loud, though. Never. God, no. But there's something about her proximity to clearness, light-skinnedness, whatever in your heart of heart that you believe is superior, is something about that intrigues you. So that's why it don't matter what she do. It's that white is right type of syndrome. It don't matter what she do. Y'all gonna find a way to either make an excuse or praise her. I watch y'all do the same thing on Baddies with Summer versus that girl Anna Mac. I watch y'all do the same thing on with sports and athletes. I don't give a damn how many think pieces you bitches put on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of these social media platforms about why you don't like Clarissa. I'm telling you why you don't like Clarissa. Because she a dark-skinned, nappy-head girl from the hood who made it. And you didn't. And you hate that about her. How dare she? She wasn't supposed to beat the odds. No, she ugly. She don't fit the status quo of what America says is the look or the person. So what do? You suppress those thoughts and then you praise the people who don't look like you, because Black American women can be some of the most colorist, especially to other Black American women. But I guess congratulations, Lotto, for getting skeeted off in by another woman's husband. I guess. So if you want to know why these Black women love Lotto but hate Clarissa, it's because Lotto is a half and half. She's half white. And a lot of Black women don't want to face the fact that they're the most colorist of them all. And to the young lady in the comment section who asked, was this a projection? Look at the woman in the mirror and ask her. Lotto don't even fully represent Atlanta. She is a half and half. Atlanta is represented by a Black American, indigenous, aboriginal, Indian woman. Y'all won't even pick a representation that look like you. All the representations in the world always look like something that ain't us. That's why we so busy trying to figure out why we look like we look, why we over here painting edges on our foreheads. Me too, wearing wigs, all of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. And all she got to do is adopt the accent and you niggas gonna go. Y'all gonna go. Because you're colorist. You don't like the image of somebody who look like you. You hate it. It bothers you. So I seen y'all do it to Tasha K too. Whenever y'all will post Tasha K, y'all post the worst pictures of Tasha K. And then y'all will post a fire-ass picture of Cardi. And it automatically, subconscious, make the people looking at these videos think that Tasha K is bad and Cardi is good. I'm the one came to the internet and told y'all that. Because you bitches is colorists. But congratulations, Lotto. Congratulations, I guess. The fuck? I don't give a damn about that little girl. Congratulations, though. But that's something that had to be said out loud. There are Black women are the most colorist of us all. We are. It ain't the white man and it ain't the Black man. It's you. Look at the woman in the mirror. It's a fact. And I don't want to hear that reverse colorism. But I'm light skinned and I had her shut that ugly ass shit up. I get it. Everybody don't have a black and white situation here, but the fact of the matter is colorism runs rampant in our neighborhoods and in our communities, and until we talk about it and address it, it's going to continue to do it. So Clarissa's going to continue to be the wicked witch of the West, and y'all going to raise Lotto up like she's queen of the gods. That's why I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Let's move on. Congratulations, Lotto girl. You got 2 million people to tell you congratulations too, so I guess you don't need mine or whatever. But congratulations, girl. Let's get into Cardi B. I told y'all Cardi B sharing this is selling this nasty ass shampoo. I seen that it's like $16 a bottle. That means she want all you Black women to go out and buy this shampoo. I'm telling you that if you go buy this shampoo from this woman, you a new age fool. These people are not selling you products to help you. Cardi B has a team of professional stylists to make sure her hair grows and is protected and is all of that. And then Cardi B gonna sell you a goddamn shampoo. And I keep telling y'all the way witchcraft work: food, head. the things you ingest, the things that they put in your head. But here it is, some Hispanic woman windmilling with her head down to sell niggas some shampoo. That should be a red flag within itself. Why does this lady doing the Macarena want to sell me so much shampoo? Why? Why do you care if I grow my hair or not, ma'am? You not one of me. Why do you care? I'm telling you why she cares. Because she's trying to make, first of all, she's trying to make more money off of Black Americans. All of her money come from us. The majority of her money come from us, okay? So what she's doing is trying to make sure she make every single red penny she can. So she comes up with a shampoo. She don't target it to the Macarenas and the Hispanics and the Latinas and the Latinos. No! Cardi B wants to target that nasty ass shampoo to niggas. Yeah. And who has the biggest target on their back going through this spiritual awakening? I'll wait. But again, because it's Cardi B and the bitch can rap in Spanish and English, y'all always want to go down there and buy shampoo. But let's get into it. So Cardi B, I told y'all she's been windmilling with her head down to sell Black people this shampoo. And a lot of Black people are basically going back at her saying, we not buying it. Sell it to your people. But Cardi don't like that. Cardi feels like, I don't want to sell it to my people. I don't want them to die. I want y'all to die. Don't let that go over your head. That's a conspiracy theory. That's just how my brain be thinking. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to market this to my people. Even though Cardi B is a part of a Hispanic community, we just seen them at the Super Bowl. It was so many Hispanic flags, I couldn't even see the doggone court, the field. All these Hispanic people, Barty could be selling that nasty ass shampoo to, but for some odd reason, she gonna fight to sell it to Black Americans? You niggas better open your eyes. Let's get into her going back and forth with people on the internet, because the people say, we don't want this. Go sell it to your own kind. But she wants to make it seem like she has so much in common with us that she has every right to sell it to us because we are the same and we're not. Cardi B is a conquistador. She is a descendant of the conquistadors. She is not me. She's not you. She ain't even the Black people that's from that land. But let's get into it.
You bitches are not gonna be here sitting up talking, telling me like this, that why are we buying her hairline? It's not for this, it's not for that, it's not for this. First of all, bitch, let me tell you something. When I was a little girl, one of my biggest insecurities was my hair. And one thing that I always tell myself, the insecurity that I have in my
and let me say this too. Just because Cardi may have a textured hair that is not as fine as the clears, and it may be more closer to Black people's hair, that still does not make Cardi B and you the same, baby. You know, genetics play a large place in your hair growth. That's why Black American men can grow their hair down to the floor in like 2-3 years. It's genetics. The Bible even talked about the Black American men and how long their hair and their beards grow. That's genes. That's science. That's genetics. So just because she may have had a coarser grain of hair, that still don't make her us. And that also don't mean that the way that she takes care of her hair is the way that we had to take care of ours. Because I can almost guarantee you, Cardi ain't never sat between nobody's legs and let nobody grease her scalp. We are not the same. Stop taking small similarities and trying to make it like we still the same, because we're not. Cardi's hair, her scalp, her genes are completely different from those of any sort of melanated people, especially Black America. So I need y'all to keep that in mind, though.
Having my hair, I'm gonna make sure that if my daughter have my hair texture, I would never let her feel that, because growing up, I had so much insecurities because of my hair. And it's the honest truth, especially when you come from a family that is like, it has so many different hair textures. And especially growing up, like the Disney princesses, they have hair to the...
What she mean to say is she comes from a family of conquistadors and they have white people hair. But for some odd reason, that one old black Abuelita that was 3, 4, 5 generations ago, her hair texture snuck in on Cardi. So Cardi had a more coarse texture hair. So whereas all her cousins and her Abuelitas and her grandmothers and them was able to just put their little head on in a ponytail because that old ancient Abuelita from 3, 4 generations ago snuck in on her, she had to take more care of her hair. So she stuck out like a sore thumb. She didn't have the regular conquistador hair. She had a little bit of sort of nigger hair. That's what she mean to say. Just to give y'all like, you know.
Feet, bitch. They have hair to their feet. You seen my most viral picture of me when I'm a little. You bitches are not gonna be here, single girl, when I'm like this. You see my hair, bitch. Crunched up, bitch. I had a hair growth sprout, bitch, when I was like 9 years old. That's when I could finally feel like, damn, my hair getting kind of long. My whole life, bitch, when I was a little girl, that was one of my biggest insecurities, my hair. Because when I wet my hair don't sit in a talk, get no.
And I resent this too because this implies, because remember, her target audience is Black American girls. And this, I resent this because, to be completely honest, she's implying that because when she was a young girl, she struggled to grow her hair, that's something that a lot of Black Americans girls do. But the fact of the matter is, most Black American women did not have struggles growing their hair as a kid. The struggle didn't come in until we started putting wigs and weaves on our head. But we normally, our mamas combed our hair every day, baby. Most of us, I'm just saying, not everybody. Some people were hair challenged. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is most young Black girls did not have hair issues growing up. The hair issues didn't come till later. I'm just saying. But she's trying to relate to us by saying my hair didn't grow. Our little girl's hair grows. It grows all the time. You see what I'm saying? So we can't even relate in that aspect. She's trying to use how she stuck out as a sore thumb because she had more Afro features in her Hispanic household. She's trying to use that as an example as to we're the same. We are not. We are not. And our hair isn't the same.
Curly, bitch. When I was a little girl, I felt like no matter how much I condition my hair, no matter how thing, bitch, when I wet my hair, condition it, bitch, in 40 minutes, bitch, my hair was crunchy as bitch. You're not gonna tell me about the pain that I put in my to grow. You're not gonna tell me, bitch. You're not gonna tell me, bitch, about my hair, bitch. You not tell me. My daughters and my son here healthy. Me, bitch. So you ain't gonna tell me like, oh, she of course her hair grow because she's like Latina, bitch. What would you think Latinos got hair like Mexicans and all nice and soft? That's not how it works. That's not how it works, bitch. My daughters and my son here healthy. Me, bitch.
My thing is with Cardi though is why are you in such a big hurry and why is this such a big deal to sell it to us? Now I know why. Number one, let's talk business. Black Americans, we spend the most money. She knows that. That's why her target audience been us since the beginning. You see what I'm saying? She knows that. So what she's doing is making sure she hits the target audience that's going to line her pockets. The niggers. So if we looking at it just from a sense of money, she has the right idea by basically coming on here and advertising to us. She has the absolute right idea, okay? Now, on top of the business aspect of this situation, if there's any ill intentions or anything coming behind the product that she wants to do and they need to target a group of people, who's the group of people they would target and how would they do it? Duh, it would be Black Americans through the products that the celebrities that they love. That's how Diddy got us all drinking Ciroc. That's how 50 had some of us drinking effing because that just didn't take off. Or any other liquor. It's the same thing with Beyonce with her shampoo and Cardi with her shampoo. My whole thing is, why are y'all continuing to target us when we're telling you we don't want to be your target? I would respect Cardi more if she targeted her own people. Stop trying to get in bed with us and act like we're all the same and we're not. Because that's her selling point. Cardi's selling point is I have coarse hair. You have coarse hair. I'm a Latina, but it's not like the Mexicans, so you should accept me as the same. No, go sell that nasty ass shit to your people. Why are you not doing these infomercials on Telemundo in Spanish? Why are you not going live on Puerto Rican or Dominican TikTok and talking to them to get them to buy it? If you was a Latina growing up with that hair, I'm pretty positive there are other young Latina girls with the same hair. Why aren't you targeting those girls? Though that's a whole niche, a group, a market of girls who need hair care products. Why aren't you targeting those girls? I know why. Because I feel like it's an attack. I feel like it's an attack on black women, just like that movie they cloned Tyrone when they told y'all they put that stuff in the perm, the shampoo, the conditioner, the grease. I don't know this to be a fact, but I believe that Cardi B is trying to attack black women through our pineal glands and through our heads. And I think that if you black American, do not buy that shit. Until she start marketing her products to her people, we don't want nothing to do with Cardi B or any of her things. Everything she coming on here cosplaying a black American, using the N-word, making it seem like we all the same. But in any interview, she will tell you we're not. I'm off that. Y'all need to stop being so celebrity starstruck to where anything these people get on here, y'all just jump out the window and go get. You seen what happened to the last security guards. Mama Tina got bitches shitting in toilets and sending stool samples off. Let her lead her people, Black America. Let her get shampoo to shampoo the heads of her people. Until she shampoo her own people's heads, we don't want to talk about it. And then furthermore, I'm a black American. I'm not from New York. I ain't never took hair care or advice from no Dominican. That's some New York shit. That's some shit y'all do down in the 5 boroughs. I'm a Southern black American. I don't talk to nobody that ain't no nigga about no help. Never did. I don't know what it see. I don't know what it feel like. I don't know what it sound like. I ain't never let no Dominican give me no silk press. I don't know what that's like. That's some New York shit. That ain't got nothing to do with us. I don't know how that goes. But anyway, a huge red flag, like I said, is this girl trying to sell us this stuff. Sell it to your people, Cardi. We don't want it. And shout out to the people on Twitter. I saw some people on Twitter that was going at her saying, girl, sell it to your people. I ain't the only one saying this. It's a lot of people on the internet that's been on her throat. That's why she be coming on here all of that cussing and acting a fool. Because people is telling her, no, sell that shit to your people. And we need to put the word out to each other to stop going and entertain all of this. Now let's move on. Get the likes up on the video, man. Get the likes up on the video. Now I want to get into I'll do Candy and Todd another day. I'll do that another day too. I don't even care. All right, let's get into the Afro Man bit. So have y'all been seeing this whole thing with Afro Man? I remember Afro Man from way back. He used to be on like the box. Y'all remember the box? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember the box. So the box was a music television program, and it used to come on in New Orleans. It used to come on Channel 10. Now you used to have to pay for the box, but my mama, like most Black Americans, we didn't pay for the box. So the way TV used to work is if you didn't pay for the channel, you can get it. It might be a little blurry. It might go shh a little bit, but you can see. You see what I'm saying? You can see enough and you can hear what you need to hear. So the box used to come on, and I remember I used to see Afro Man on the box. This is before social media. We didn't have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, none of that. So everything you saw, if you didn't talk about it in person, you had to talk about it. You had to see it on TV. So I remember seeing Afro Man on the box. I don't remember the song or what capacity I remember seeing him on, but I do know whatever Afro Man has been doing, he been doing this shit's naive for about 30 years. No cap. I'm 43 and I was watching the box in middle school. So Afro Man been out here in these streets for at least 30, 35 years. No shade. It just is what it is, okay? At any rate, he's been doing music, he's been rapping, he's been doing all of this type of stuff for all of these years. And apparently they were saying that he had got into some trouble where, I guess in his hometown, he's beefing with the jurisdiction of the law. And they had to ransack this house and went in his house and tore all his stuff up and stole stuff from him. So he decided in retaliation, because that's what he does, he's going to come out and do music on them. And he put out all of these videos talking about the sheriff, all of the people who broke in his house, snitching. He was talking about all kinds of stuff. And it went viral, and the people who we was talking about, which is the police and all those people he was dragging for, they decided to take him to court for embarrassment or something like that. And Afro Man ended up winning the case, as he should, because he has the freedom of speech. Like he said, I wouldn't have made the music if y'all wouldn't have violated me. And Lickum Lolisa is thrown off. Because let me tell you something. I remember I had a friend named Liz, and I remember I called her Lickum Lo Liz. So when I saw Lickum Lo Lisa, I threw up. Do you hear me? So anyways, we're going to get into Afro Man and his victory and how viral he has been going. I ain't gonna lie, I do think this is a distraction. However, we're going to Joce it, because it's, why not? It says, Afro Man wins defamation lawsuit after jury rules in his favor amid posting music videos mocking the officers who falsely raided his Ohio home. It says, neighbors, Afro Man is in the clear. He just secured a win in court after deputies tried to sue him over those music videos and content he made using footage from the 2022 raid at his home. A judge reportedly dismissed the defamation claims brought by members of the Adams County Sheriff's Office. The deputies had accused him of damaging their reputations by featuring them in his videos and merchandise. The court found that Afro Man's use of the footage fell under protected speech and did not meet the legal standard for defamation. The judge rules in favor of the defendant. No judgment for the plaintiff, the presiding judge stated. With this ruling, the case is now closed in his favor, marking a major legal win. After getting the good news, he celebrated with his fans outside the courthouse. Quote, "We did it. America wins. Freedom of speech," he said excitedly. He says, "This is a great for Afro Man, but something tells me he needs to move out of that Ohio home." So they probably going to be dragging for him. Let's get into Afro Man and his win down at the courthouse, y'all. Like the video.
Yeah, we did it, America. Yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech. Right on. Right on. Yeah, God bless America. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Klingler. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. Thank you to the court staff and the Sheriff's Department for security in the building. And we'll go ahead and stand in adjournment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we did it, America.
What they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under
did.
the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes,
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
yes.
And you saw her say, no, Let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person. She is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that, but you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome. None of this would be going.
You really don't know her. I noticed her voice is a few octaves lower. She's not too ugly. She's not too fine, but she's might whip out something that's bigger than mine. Lick 'em up, Lisa. Lick 'em up, Lisa. She raided my house. She disconnected my camera. Then she went down on my spouse. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all keep on.
Clear tears are always funny in every capacity, even when it's fucked up. Clear tears always make me cry in laughter. I don't know why.
She's gonna eat your wife's pussy.
Not him mouthing the word. And look at his attorney playing the air guitar next to him. Girl, no way. The lady up there playing, crying. He over here mouthing the words, and the attorney next to him, he doing this, playing the air guitar. Look. When the music went on. Girl.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
Oh, this. I heard she's gonna eat your wife's pussy. I did a show one night, and this girl said, "Hey, man, I want to give you some pussy." I did a show one night, and this girl said, "Hey, man."
Y'all caught that last part. This is the point, y'all. The lady had said that she was so embarrassed, she was scared to go to the store. Everywhere she go, people was calling her Lick 'em Low Lisa, laughing and purring and whatnot, or whatever. And she took her with the police department, took the Afro man down to the courthouse because they said that he was embarrassing them and making it hard for them. They said their children was getting bullied down at the school. They said Lisa is not a dagger. Allegedly, I don't know. They say she do have a deep voice. They say they did catch her with 1 or 2 women, but that don't make her a dagger. So they say Lisa was on there crying because the fact that he put that out there and she don't know what she is yet, it kind of messed with her. But anyway, at any rate, Afro Man ended up winning the case because freedom of speech is a thing. And it's so rich that he won the case in an American suit. Black America, please do not shy away from that flag. It is your flag. Remember, the clears don't have nothing. They didn't come here and create nothing because they're not creators. It's just not in their DNA. Everything they got from us. So please don't shy away from the flag. Just don't be like them crazy clears that be drinking them beers going, America. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I think it was dope. And congratulations on order to Mr. Afro Man. He deserves it. Yes, he does. He deserves it. And I don't know how this win is going to work for him later on down the line, because I'm pretty positive after this, they're going to be harassing him down to the ground. If it's even real. Can we talk? I think that this is fake. I think Afro Man is in on this. I think that whole court system is in on it. The police department. I think it's all one big ass Saturday Night Live skit. But for all intents and purposes of just Joce, I think it's great that Afro Man won his case. Congratulations on order to Afro Man. Everybody, 3 hip hip hoorays. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip. You get the rest. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video and stay away from Cardi B's hair shampoo. Stay away from that hair crack. If I was you, I would. And let me say this. No, I ain't on her yet. Stay right there. You're clear. Stay your clear ass right there. I ain't on you yet. Let's get into what I saw. So they say they got a dress code down at the rodeo, huh? Because you hoes done went out there literally with your ass out. So you got Tina over there spurling people's stomachs with the gumbo. And then you got women over here bitches over here spurling the churn eyes with their ass. That's what I heard. I wasn't there. I've been to the rodeo once or twice, but I don't know what's going on. They said that they done had to put a whole dress code in play because you bitches done went out there and literally and figuratively showed your ass. Listen, let me just say this. The world is not Instagram. And I think that's a conversation that we need to talk and have a conversation with each other about. Instagram lives in the phone. It don't live in the real world. That's why everybody walking around with them raglass BBLs. Instagram does not exist in real life. Just because it's cute on your Instagram photo does not mean it's going to be cute when you're running up and down the street. Now, as a girl who loves a good cheek hanging out for a peek, I'm not dragging the fact that the cheeks was out. I'm just saying there are times and places. I am one of the girls who love my booty cheek to get a little gag of a win. I'm here for it. But I'm not going to go somewhere where they got churn running up and down the street with my ass cheeks out. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I haven't done it in the past, because I have. I'm not perfect. But what I'm saying is we need to start learning about times and places. Remember back in the day, the old folks used to say there's a time and a place. We done forgot about the time and the place. We don't have no more times and places. We just running. Let's get into this young brother saying how they had to put a whole dress code in there because you hoes is out there showing your ass. Let's get into it.
Coming from the rodeo with my son, right? And it was booty meat down. I mean, it was booty meat down. I saw a young lady. She might as well have just took the damn shorts off. I mean, she had 2 quarter-pounder ass just sitting out. And I'm like, well, damn. I mean, if I was a lady and I had all that, I wanted to breathe too. It's hot as hell out here. But golly, it's a time and a place. I thought this was the Rodeo Magic City collab. But y'all, do y'all not have any shame? I'm talking about left cheek, right cheek, right cheek, just out. Just what bruh say? I think bruh said in that video, the booty-o. This shit turned into the booty-o, y'all. Man, so I'm just coming from the rodeo with my son, right? And it was booty meat down.
So here what the people were saying on Twitter and stuff. They said this how the females at the Houston rodeo looked. Take a look. It said, you know how bad you have to be dressing for a rodeo to implement a dress code? Mm-hmm. Dress code for the rodeo. Why is this even a conversation? Y'all police as F. No, y'all tied as F. Let's just call it out for what it is.
And so I'm just.
You got certain things that are family events, and you got certain things where it's time to turn up. Like I said, I am all for the cheeks being out. But certain places and certain things it's just not called for. And I don't think that the Houston rodeo, where they don't have old people and young people, is the place for cheeks to be out. Now, if you got a family like mine and they don't mind you having your cheeks out, then roll it out, Fed. But when you're going around other people's company, I think we need to take that into effect. And I think that they should put a doggone a dress code up, because you know quiet is kept. Let me tell y'all something. What y'all don't realize is that type of dress and attire, it invites all of the hood shit. Y'all remember, put a 3 in the chat if you remember back in the days when I know when I used to go to the club. When I used to go to the club when I was younger, they used to say you couldn't wear long white tees, and they'll say you couldn't wear tennis shoes. Now, most people would look at that and be like, oh man, they just hating, they just want to try to control people. But what you don't realize is subconsciously, men who wear long white tees and tennis shoes be on that bull crap. So when they implement a dress code, it really eliminates a lot of the bull crap. Now, the reason why a dress code is needed from what it seems like to be the rodeo is because if you take away the hoochiness, then you'll get rid of the bull crap that comes along with it. The girl fights, the men that come along with the mess with the girl fights, the punks, all of that. So it's good that they implemented a dress code, but bad that they even had to from the beginning. Black Americans, we got to get back to this thing called a time and a place. It's not a faraway land. It's actually closer than most of us want to give credit. We got to get back to this thing called a time and a place. Ain't nothing wrong with your booty cheeks out, girl. Just wear it to the club. Wear it to your spring bake. Don't wear it to where them old folks and them children gonna be at. That's all. Somebody said it's normally mainly the girls with the BBLs. Well, I guess they're trying to get their money's worth. I mean, let's move on. Boosie versus Tasha K. So y'all know they beefing, right? So Boosie and Tasha K beefing, but Boosie got his own fish to fry because apparently Boosie had one lady come out and say that they were married and she called CPS on him. Then the following day, another lady came out and said that when she was 5 years old, Boosie RAPE'd her. Now, Boosie came out and offered $1,000 to anybody who could get information on it. And when he did that, people started ringing or whatever, I guess. Now, when that happened, Tasha K put out a PSA saying, hey, y'all, anybody who got information on the girl, tell her, call me. I would like to interview her. And this sent Boosie spiraling. He said, Tasha, you bald head bitch, I'm going to sue you too. I said, what? Let's get into Boosie, a little update on the girl who said that she RAPE'd him. Then we'll get into the Tasha K bit. Like the video.
I won't give y'all an update of what's going on right now. I feel a little better now. I just found out this girl been obsessed with me since a kid. My attorney has talked to her family members, even her grandmother. They just gave us everything we needed and told me it's a fact that I've never seen her before in my life. Just say she's been obsessed with me. She broke her daughter ribs.
Oh, that's
just so much stuff, man.
I'm sorry. This is an update on the. No. This is the same one. This is the same one. My bad. Keep it going.
She's mental. She has mental problems. All the family members ready to come to court for me.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a red flag. Because why does the family have to tell you that you've never seen her before? And then also, why they so ready to jump on your side? Because you know, family, they'll do that shit to get paid. It just don't look and feel right to me, Boosie. You don't need confirmation from none of them people. All you need is your receipts, and that's it. Why are you going all across the world to get her people to corroborate something that they weren't there for? If it even happened, they wouldn't be able to tell you if it did or if it didn't. So what them coming to court or saying anything on your behalf, what does that have to do with anything? All you got to do, Boosie, is go back to whoever she say her mama is. Whoever her mama was supposed to be, go and prove that either you never dated this woman or even if you did date her, that this didn't happen. You don't need the third cousin once removed to come on here and say, yeah, my cousin always be lying. Because family will do you dirty. Family will do you dirty. All Boosie has to do is just prove that this is a lie. But it seems like him going all around the world, I know for me it's a red flag.
And let them know that this is a lie. So I'm at a better space right now, even though this will never leave off social media. I'm gonna get the truth out, man. I'm gonna get the truth out. Another psychotic fan, man. I mean, but now we're doing another investigation on who put her up to do this, you know. So we working, man. I got lawyers, I got everybody working on, but we talked to the family and she's been obsessed with me. She has mental problems, and they ready to come to court for me. So great news, bro.
So that's Boosie on that situation. He said that the family is ready to go to court on his behalf. But again, if you go back to what the girl said, I'm sorry, let me scoot up. If you go back to what the girl said that she was 5 years old, Boosie was dating her mom, and at some point in the relationship, whatever she alleged that he did to her, she said it would from what I got from the story, it only would have been Boosie, her mama, and her. So what can the family say or do? And the mama is dead. So really, it's your word against the girls. I don't know, y'all. Anyways, Tasha K saw it and she started posting about it too, because we all content creators trying to see what's going on. So Boosie posted and said, if I don't have a real name, I can't serve this lady. This is the most degrading accusation you can have as a man. It says, I have kids. I have a whole younger generation that looks up to me as a unk and an OG. I have to prove that this is a lie. My feelings are effing hurt. This is what Boosie said. And then Tasha posts, Boosie searched to clear name hits wall, unable to identify essay accuser. So let's get into Boosie. Hold on.
A lot today, bro. My lawyers really need help, man. So I can file charges on this woman for lying on me, you know. I'm stressed out right now, bro. Like, I'm so stressed out right now, bro. Like, just the lowest of the lowest. Ain't no people stoop this low, man. I mean, this lady done post all this false information about me, bro. And I need a real name on this lady so my lawyers can handle this the right way, you know. That's what I need from my fans, bro. Like, for her to post all this stuff and don't want to post her real name. You know, if you say on social media, it's follow you forever, and it's the worst of the worst, you know. Just feel like it's a campaign to bring me down, you know. So if you're a fan of me, man, just help me find this lady so I could go the proper way. I could do the right thing and get this lady served. I need help, bro, you know.
Bankruptcy is actually a very quick process.
So that was Tasha posting Boosie, basically saying he needed to get help, right? So then Tasha had posted, hey, is anybody know the girl? I was trying to look for it, but Tasha had posted, hey, if anybody know the girl who's alleging that Boosie RAPE'd her, tell her to hit me up. I would like to interview her. Why did Tasha do that? Boosie came back and said, I'm going to sue you too, bitch. That nigga said, I'm going to sue you too, bitch. You better look at that video and read between the lines. And Tasha responded, Boosie, don't threaten me, but we will do our due diligence. I hope you didn't touch that girl. So this nigga Boosie got mad because Tasha was online trying to get to the girl to do this. That nigga said, bitch, I'm going to sue you too. Now, Tasha, you don't need a lawsuit right now. I ain't going to lie. If I was you, I'd leave that alone. I ain't going to lie. Right. If I was Tasha, I would have waited for more details too. I ain't lying. That nigga said, I'm going to sue you too, bitch. Why did I read it in his voice? That nigga said, I'm going to sue you too, bitch. Tasha, tread light, fat. Tread light, Tasha. They want your head off your shoulders, fat. Now, let me just say this. They want Tasha head off her shoulders, and Boosie, they want your head too. Because somebody put it in the chat, Boosie just paid a lady $1 million and move on, and immediately it dawned on me. This might be a money grab to get Boosie money. Get me up here. Boosie, where you be at with your dog ass? Because you gave me a strike on my channel before. I ain't forget you for that. But anyway, let me just give you this little tidbit right here, Boosie. Now, I done said this, and I'm not saying that you deserve it or not. You probably do deserve it. But them people trying to take your money, boy. Them people want your land, and them people want your money. And them people is going to find a way to take everything they gave to you back by any means necessary. So, Boosie Boo, if you start seeing lawsuits and accusations, it is because them people want your land and them people want your money, Boosie Boo. See, you thought you beat the odds, and you did. Temporarily. Now them people want their stuff back. And this is what I told y'all about that industry. They never let you leave with the shit. I done said this 1,000,000 times before. If you're new to the channel, I'll say it again. When you join the industry as a Black American, you will not leave with the riches you acquire. It's not gonna happen. It's never happened in the past, and it ain't gonna happen in the future. It's not possible. Even the industry is set up to steal from a nigga. You can amass the biggest wealth and fortune all across this world in that industry. If you lucky enough, they'll let you die and then they'll take it. But if you ain't that lucky, you coming up off of that, bro. You coming up off it. You're coming up off of it. Think of all of the greats. Michael Jackson owned damn near all of Sony and the Beatles. And guess what? When he died, they went and took his shit because you can't take the devil's stuff with you when you go. He definitely coming back to collect. It's kind of like reneging. That's how it go. So I believe, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, Boosie, get my hat. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Black Americans versus everybody. Boosie, buy my hat and put it on while you go on live. But I'm just saying that to say, Boosie, them people done gave you all them riches, and I believe they trying to take it back. They want that back. Let me get that. Let me get that out ya. Let me get that out ya. Them third world niggas, they don't even care about your trick. They won't get that out ya. They got to, bring that back. Run that back. That's what them people saying. Now, I don't know if this is to be true, but I do know that you are being attacked randomly by 2 different girls in a matter of 48 hours, and something in the milk ain't clean, Boosie Boo. And I think you thought that you was going to build your generational wealth and ride off into the sunset and let a whole bunch of little niggas with a Boosie fade live on this land here in 100 years. And I think the enemy said, over my clear dead body, my reptilian clear body. And I think that's what they trying to do to you, Boosie. But, prayers up. Not for me, though. Let's move on. Get the likes up on the video, please. Now, we need to get into, I talked about Boosie. Let's get Turley Peep out the way. since he on the thumbnail, it ain't much to really talk about. Toilet Paper done came out here and but he done came out here and played like he's in love with Marlo Hampton. Girl, bye. First of all, Toilet Paper is as gay as two left shoes. Let's start there first. Allegedly. I didn't say it. That's what the people said, okay? They say Toilet Paper is as gay as two left shoes. Now, again, I don't know how true that is. Don't get me the line, so don't come asking me about it. I'm just telling y'all what the people said, okay? Now, Toilet Paper having all of these accusations for wanting to drop off big oak tree peen in the spicy Latinos. After all of that came out, now all of a sudden he out here cosplaying a straight man over here playing like he with Marlo Hampton, and we all know Marlo Hampton will do anything for the coin. Let's be clear about that. Marlo Hampton been a sticky fingers little Dennis the Menace since she was a little bitty girl. Marlo Hampton come out the womb stealing. You see what I'm saying? Marlo has been getting it how she live since she come in the world. Marlo is the perfect person. Listen to me and listen to me good. If you want something done and she gonna do it to the best of her capacity ability because you got the money, Marlo is the person. Marlo about that bag. Marlo don't care about none of that ugly ass shit. Marlo about that bag and that status. So Marlo saw a sucker and licked it. What's going on? Toilet Paper's in hot water because all of the spicy Latinos coming out saying their booty hurt. And now he over here trying to tell us and make it seem to us like he's straight and he dating Marlo. Nigga, please. Who you think we is, Toilet? You must think we slow as them people down there watching your plays. Nigga, please. Ain't nobody buying this. Nobody. Nobody's buying this. In Toilet, if you needed a beard, you could have called me. I have a better come out story, a better breakout story. I feel like if you would have called me to be the beard, it would have went viral. Here it is. Picture it, ladies and gentlemen. Toilet Paper goes down to the swamps of New Orleans and picks this young local girl up off her feet, trying to save these Negroes from eating Mama Tina's gumbo. Sweep her off her feet, have her feet in the air. She's a little lowly blogger trying to make ends meet, and Toilet Paper comes in and gives her the life she's always wanted. Mansions, cars, minks, and I'm going to do it all too. I'm going to be in that bitch. Mansions, cars, minks, lifestyles that are rich and famous. I would have kissed you too, nigga. I would have even went down to the courts, to the justice of the peace and said I do. Yes, I would have. I've always wondered how it felt to be a beard. You mean I don't have to sleep with this nigga and I can reap all the benefits? Sign me up. Sign me up. Okay? Anyways, he didn't call me and it didn't go viral. So it went a little 1-2 yin with Marlo, because Marlo is just like, it's Marlo. But if you would have called me, it would have went viral. That's all I'm saying. And plus, I'm trying to get some land, and I know you got buku money. You could have helped me out with a little land. You owe black women something. Anyways, Turley little gay ass is on here playing straight. And he want us to believe him and Marlo is together. Nigga, please. Marlo ain't with you. Marlo ain't even with Marlo. How Marlo gonna be with you? Go lay down, Turley. Go lay. So they did a couple of little paparazzi shots all over the Atlanta streets. Look at them. Look. Look at this. They lips touching too. Damn it, Turley. Let's see what this is. Look at him out eating. Look at him. And Marlo putting 20 on 10 with that extra laugh. Look at Marlo.
But I appreciate
Marlo putting 20 on 10. Look, she don't even know how to act right. You could have called me. I wouldn't have did all of that. When the lady did when the lady made the joke, it would have been a cute lean in. You see, that's Marlo is not fit for the job. She was supposed to do a cute. and lean in. That's more intimate for the people on the outside. She was supposed to lean in and y'all supposed to touch foreheads on the laugh. He could have called me, girl. I don't know.
I'm telling you, girl. But I appreciate.
Girl, Marlo got to stop. And Turley got to stop too. Turley looked uncomfortable. He looked more uncomfortable than her. And guess what? This works out for Marlo too. Because Marlo got another billionaire on her resume. Stop acting crazy. And Marlo gonna get her money up out of this. Remember Marlo was trying to build that house? Built. Remember Marlo on that last episode of The Housewives she was on? Talking about she was trying to build that dream house? Built. What's up? And all you got to do is play like you with the nigga in public? Call me. I've been wanting to play like I'm with a nigga. Call me. I done played like I was with a few niggas. Call me. At any rate, I'm not buying this. But Turley is trying to do something. Maybe something with court is coming up. And maybe what he wants to give to the people is that in the courthouse is that he's not gay. And these people are making these allegations up. And I call cap. Nigga, please. Whatever them Latinos said you did, I believe you did it. That one Latino said you had him down there in that basement and you ran up behind him and put that log on his back. He said he thought you was packing. Whole time it was you talking about you carrying the AR-15, but not the kind that shoot. Turley, please. You is not a straight man. You is a gay man, allegedly. So I'm going to need you to just sit with that and keep it moving. Stop with all of this and the extraness and all of that, because we the people ain't buying it. The only people buying it is them people down there at the church house. That's the only people buying it. Let's move on. Toilet paper think we crazy. This is a trigger warning that the next subject I'm going to. Tokyo Toni. Who nephew passed? Did Marlo nephew pass? No. I hope not. Anyways, let's move on to Tokyo Toni. This is a trigger warning for some. Let me tell you something. That's one thing that we have in the Black community that Black Americans need to deal with is our horrible relationship between Black mothers and Black daughters, because it is a real thing. Black Americans have had a history of Black American women not having the best relationship with their Black American daughters. Now, if you ask the Black American mother, she'll say it's the daughter. And if you ask the Black American daughter, she'll say it's the mother. Either way, I think it's a combination of the both. But I think it starts with the mother because obviously she comes first. However, it's been something that we have not been able to escape as a people for a long time. And that's one of the generational curses that I know I myself decided to break with between me and mine. I didn't want me and my child to have any sort of animosity. I didn't want my daughter to feel like she can't talk to me. She can't come to me. I wanted my daughter to know that I'm her biggest cheerleader, never her hater. I'm in no competition with her. I wanted my daughter to know that whatever she need, I got her. And I love her to life, not to death. All of these things that I've seen Black American women give to their sons and not give to their daughters. These are the things that I decided that I'm going to give to all of my children. Now, God only gave me one, which was a daughter. However, if I had a son and a daughter, I said as a kid, I'm not going to separate the way that I treat them because I love them equally. But again, I've only had one, so I don't know how that goes. But I'm saying all that to say, breaking generational curses is the biggest thing we need to do in today's society, because if we continue this pattern of having these horrible relationships with our parents, then we'll always remain broken. We can't create generational wealth and pass it on because the family is broken. So I advise, and I know I've done it with my own lives and my own family, I advise anybody out there, if you have or have had a tumultuous relationship or even not the best relationship with a parent, especially Black women, with your daughters, you need to be sure. You need to put every effort you can to make sure that that relationship doesn't repeat itself on the other side. Meaning, if you and your mama already beefed out, why create a relationship between you and your daughter that mirrors that relationship? Because this is what happens in our community so often. A lot of Black American mothers have real issues with their Black American daughters, okay? And if you are lucky enough to not have that issue, then good for you. But I'm just saying, this is something that happens often, okay? Now, why is this important? Tokyo Toni. Tokyo Toni comes from that school of women, and I use the word women loosely. But I have to take into effect that crack was dropped into the neighborhoods in the 80s. And a whole bunch of other warfare was happening to our people in the 80s. However, a lot of those women got pregnant and had babies. And Tokyo Toni being one of those women, she got pregnant and had a baby named Angela, which is we know today as Black Chyna. Now, from what I understood, because I did follow Angela's or Black Chyna's story from the very beginning, she was raised by her grandmother while Tokyo Toni went out there and stripped, sold coochie, and did porn. I have seen Tokyo Toni's porn, literal porn, on all streaming platforms on the website. You can go see it. I've seen it because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what she was doing. And I did. I went to see it. She's pretty good. Anyways, neither here nor there. At least she used to be. Neither here nor there. Tokyo Toni did not see fit to instill anything into her daughter. And let's take off the raising part. Tokyo Toni did not see fit to break any generational curses or try to have any close relationship with her daughter. From what I've seen, all Tokyo Toni cared about was Tokyo Toni. Now, Angela grows up to become Black Chyna. She becomes famous. And here comes Tokyo Toni, like all of them women did in that era, coming back like, oh, you owe me because I'm your mama. And that don't go like that. That caused for them to have a tumultuous relationship back and forth. It was ridiculous. But, you know, Tokyo Toni says some of the most heinous shit. And she ain't the only Black woman that say stuff like that. There's a group of women in Tokyo Toni's age bracket that are so evil and demonic to their kids, daughters and sons. But let's talk about daughters, that they say the most horrible, heinous things to their children. And they do it on purpose because a lot of y'all don't realize words are spells. And depending on the Black woman, she could say some shit and make it come true. So Tokyo Toni saying some of the horrible things she say about Angela, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a trigger warning for me. It was a trigger warning for me because these women who operate in this mindset, in their minds, they don't think they wrong. The Tokyo Tonis of the world who go around wishing death, harm, and all the most horrible, heinous things on the child that they birth. I'm talking about this child come from you. And you hate this child so much that you put out all of these negative things to this child. And these women allegedly sleep good at night. But you know, God sit high and look low. That's why most of them age bad. That's why most of them, their children don't care about them, don't come around them, don't see them. They end up by themselves. Because that hate that you live in trying to put on your child is the very hate that's going to swallow your old ass up. By yourself. And then they're going to have the nerve to say, but that's my child. She's supposed to. He's supposed to. Gone are the days. They not doing that no more. Angela going to put your old ass in a home. As a lot of young Black Americans going to do their moms. Put her old ass in a home. You're not about to come interrupt my house and put bad energy in my home because I got to take care of you. Lock her old ass up. It's coming. It's coming because this group of women, and this is not all of these women, but there's a group of women in this age bracket that are fucking demon seeds. I gotta say that. And their whole purpose to come into this earth is to tear down the children that they have. And they're all going to hell. I don't care how hard up they get with religion. I don't care how good they get in the Bible. I don't care how many times they go down to the church. They all gonna burn in hell. Like I said, they think this shit cute though. At any rate, because I'm talking too much. Let's get into Tokyo Toni. I don't give a damn what Angela said, did, or didn't say or do. This is what Tokyo Toni does, and women like her do. And they think that shit is cute. Till they old ass sitting up in a home by theyself. Let's get into Tokyo, pissed off at Black Chyna, saying she wish she had an abortion. Mind you, Chyna in her 30s.
Bitch, you dirty mother. She a dirty motherfucker to me, bitch. I can't stand her ass. I wish I would have got an abortion. I don't give a fuck who say it's harsh. Nah, I wish I would have got an abortion. And if she died today tomorrow, she going to hell. I told her that too. You can't name one thing she did because she ain't. It's fake. And I realized when I said it the first time, I got the hammer, of course. And you think I give a fuck about getting a hammer? Bitch, I'm Tokyo. Anything I say in my mouth, I can back it up. Bam, bam, bam. She getting y'all. This witch is getting y'all. This demon is getting y'all. This demon that I birthed. Oh, I'm breaking it down today. She in trouble. Bitch, you dirty mother. She a dirty motherfucker to me, bitch. I can't stand her ass. I wish I...
You know, the real tea is, let's call a real tea. Let's call a thing a thing. Tokyo is a failed whore. Whatever trauma happened to her childhood landed her on the mean streets or whatever she from. And she failed. She wasn't a successful porn star. She wasn't a successful stripper. She wasn't even a successful whore. She's a failure. And then here comes this baby I had who do everything I did 10 times better. Even if the shit she did is horrible. Tokyo hates her daughter because her daughter is a reflection of all of the failures that Tokyo is. Because I don't understand how you hate this child and you didn't even raise her. You didn't raise her. How can you hate? How you don't even know her enough to hate her? How, Sway? But it's a secret competition that these women, not just her, it's other women just like her. This secret competition that these women be having in their heads with their daughters, and it's sick. It's sick. So you're going to get on the internet and put that type of witchcraft into the air because words are spells. So you're going to put this type of spell work into the air and say, I wish I would have aborted my child. And if she dies, she going to hell and this, that, and the third. And let me say this. I don't give a damn how many poor people Tokyo Toni feed. Because people like Tokyo Toni, they do that type of shit to hope that it saved them from the evil shit that they do. Oh, yeah, I know the type of narc Tokyo is. I know her better than she think. I know her real close. They do real good things for people. Oh, yes. Feed the homeless, taking children. They do great, wonderful things for children. But that is so you won't ever bring up the horrible, heinous shit they do. That's so you can forget that that even exists. I know this level of narc. I know it. It's so familiar. I'm talking about could be the best, worst mother plucker in the world. I know it. So what she do? She'll put on little videos of her feeding the homeless. She'll put on little videos of her helping people out because this is supposed to offset the fact that she's a horrible freaking human being. The fact of the matter is the Tokyo Tonis of the world, y'all about to start dying off, and it's about time. You bitches are cancer. Y'all bitches are worse than the Christianimals. You bitches are cancer and you breed cancer. And a lot of you bitches come from cancer. A lot of you bitches come from cancer. And then you become cancer and then you create more cancer. And if the child you have don't turn into the cancer you want it to be, then you want to wish death on the child. You bitches are ill. Ill. But it don't matter though. These the type of women, like I said, they the first ones coming on the internet talking about who going to hell. They the first ones on the internet talking about this, that, and the third. And they the ones with the most blood on their hands. You got to know it. They the ones with the most blood on their hands. And do not let what they do good for you offset the fact that they are evil fucking demons. Okay? Let's move on. Let's move on. And I wouldn't want none of listen, I'm glad. See, Angela is prime example. You see why Chyna don't have nothing to do with her mom? And you'll get some black people that'll go to Chyna and say, oh, Chyna, but that's still your mama. That ain't my mama in there. That's the devil. My mama ain't in there. Because a mother would never want her child to die. My mama ain't in there. That's the devil. And until that devil exudes or is taken away from her, I'm good. Don't come over here telling me, oh, but that's still your mama. That's not my mama. That's a devil. That's a demon in there. When the demon leave, tell her call me. Up until then, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So I understand Angela, because I would be like that too. I understand it. If I made it and I had that situation, I would be the exact same way. That ain't my mama. I don't know who that is. She birthed you. Yes, she did, but I don't know who that is. Keep her away from me. You go play with her. Keep her away from me. You get it? Let's move on. I want to talk about this white woman, this clear woman who's been cosplaying as a Negro. Let me get her on here. Oh, before we do that. No, I'll come back to that. Let me get to this clear woman. There's this white woman that be on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, every social media platform she could find. And she has been making a lot of money and going viral telling people that she's black. Let me show you the lady. Now, this is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman. And this lady has been on TikTok for years. She went viral down to the ground, telling everybody she's black. And she's not. She's white. Now, what this lady has used, and I've talked about her in the past, she has an old copy, what she says is her father's birth certificate. And on her father's birth certificate, according to this white woman, that her father was labeled as colored. And this is her claim to say that she is black. Now, let's be clear, because we talked about this. We talked about Walter Plecker. We talked about the lady in Louisiana who was switching all the vital statistics up. We talked about Andrew Jackson and how he was reclassifying people. We talked about the entire reclassification system. And for those of you who don't know what was going on with reclassification, when the enemy, the clears, when the black Europeans and the clears got together and said, we're going to take over this land, they said we have to steal the identity of the people. Who are the people? Us, me and you, black Americans. In order to steal the land, they had to steal our identities. That is why black Americans went through many, what we call reclassifications. We went from Indian to Negro to black to colored to African American. All of these things are ways in which, if they keep reclassifying us, then they can slowly but surely steal our land. That's the reclassification that black people in America went through, not just in Louisiana, all across America. This is why I tell y'all do genealogy, because we got to go back and decode some of that stuff. Now, why is this important? Because we're talking about reclassification. In the midst of reclassification, what they were doing is turning black Indians, or people who we deem to be black today, who were Indians, they were taking their paperwork and taking them off being Indians and turning them into Negro on paper. So that means it don't matter what you are in real life. On paper, they wrote down you are no longer an Indian, you are a Negro. That is what you call paper genocide. It's like killing off of people without physically killing them off. You're just killing them off in the story. Follow me, y'all, because I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. Because this is what she's trying to use to say she's black, and she's not. So this white woman, blonde hair, blue-eyed white woman, been on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else telling us that she's black because her father had colored on his birth certificate. Now, why is this important? In the midst of reclassification, when they were reclassifying black people to, Indian people to Negroes, some of these clears that are walking around here who they didn't deem to be pure blood, hence the one drop rule. Is this thing on? Is it working? Let's get into the one drop rule. The one drop rule was never to determine who was black. It was always to keep pure white. That's what the one drop rule was about. If you looked like you had a speck, a piece of nigga blood, your ass went over to the other side. That's why the one drop rule was created. Not to determine who's black, but only to keep who's pure white. So her father, if the birth certificate is true, probably fell into that one drop rule. They looked at him and said, he's not a pure white. So what did they do on his birth certificate, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? They wrote colored. Even if he white. Because if you look at this woman, this is a white woman. But even if he white, it don't matter. Remember, this is Louisiana, Walter Plecker, one drop rule, reclassification. We trying to separate the whites from everybody else. So I'm pretty sure if her dad's birth certificate says colored, it is because they took one look at him and said he looks like he may have some sort of anything in him. So that means he's colored. But that does not mean racially, identity-wise, when he walked amongst the street, that he was treated as a black man or as a colored man at all, because he was not. These are white people. And let me say this too. The clears have tried to take over every identity on the face of this earth. That's why y'all believe them Asians over there, them Japanese and them Chinese. That's why y'all believe them the real Asians, because they done took over so long that y'all believe that they the real people, and they are not. They got real Japanese and Chinese people with my skin color hiding out somewhere in the mountains over there. They pushed them off to the side. And it's the same thing the clears do over here in America. This white woman, like many other whites, came to Louisiana. The original Creoles was my color, not this white woman's color. But as time go by, the mixing happened. And yes, we did develop a whole new class of what, not Creoles, mulattoes, or if you want to call them. Yes, Louisiana has a whole race, a different race. No other place on earth has this race of people. It's a whole race of mulatto people in Louisiana, that some of them are Cajun, some of them are Creole, but it's still just mixed race people. And what the white people decided was, because they don't have identity, is tag along to whatever they can. And this clear woman right here has been doing that. She has made money. She has made all kinds of statuses, all kinds of revenue, resources off of getting on here telling you she's black. And this is a white woman. I don't give a damn what she say. I'm telling you what she is. She is a white woman, and she been on this internet cosplaying as a nigga for too long, and the time is up. Your pa was white, your mom was white, the mom and pa before them was white, and she's white. See what it is in Louisiana? A lot of white people come to Louisiana and they play on the ignorance of black people. They play on the ignorance of the world, because the race conversation in Louisiana is different from everywhere all over the world. And what these white people know is, because most of the people in Louisiana don't understand it, they can just get in where they fit in. And that's what this white lady has been doing. This is a white woman from Slidell, Louisiana. Slidell is one of the most racist places on the face of Louisiana's map. Do you hear me? When she walks around Slidell, nobody looks at her as a black person or even colored. She gets the privilege as a white woman. She walks amongst the white people, and she acts because she is a white woman. But on TikTok, she get the cosplay nigga. Anyways, I guess because of the awakening happening, people have been at her saying, lady, you are not black. And she's been coming back saying, you can't tell me what the F I am. You can. Yes, we can. You are not black. And this is the gatekeeping we should have been doing. This the gatekeeping we should have been doing. So often we allow any and everybody to come on in and say they something they are not. That's why we so confused on identity today. We need to continue to be proud of who we are, and not only be proud of who we are, gatekeep our identity. We can't go in nobody else's culture and play like we them. Why does everybody get to come in our culture and play like they us? I'm putting this lady on blast from my mouth to y'all ears to tell y'all this lady and other white people in New Orleans and surrounding areas like her are not Creole. I'm going to say it one more time. This clear woman, aka white woman, and other clear and white people like her in or around the New Orleans / Louisiana area are not black. They are not colored. They are white. They are clear people looking for an identity. That's it. That's all. I don't give a damn how long their family been in Louisiana. I don't give a damn how many generations they done lived in Slidell. She's white. She's white. She's white. She's white. But let's get into her windmill to tell us she black. Girl, bye. Look at her. And listen, they pick up the accents. Let me tell you something about them clears in Louisiana. They pick up them accents and how to cook real good. And they'll hide behind that and say, because look, I can cook gumbo. Or because look, I speak like you. Don't fall for it. That's the banana in the tailpipe. Let me get her on here.
First off, don't count my pussy miles, bitch. Let me say that. I ain't white. Ask my ancestors how many of them eggplants they took to make me. I'm probably related to you with your ignorant ass.
No, she not.
First off, don't
Let's go to her channel. No, she not. This is what she do. This is a white woman. Look, 85,000 subscribers. And this is because black people entertain her. Look at this woman. This the lady you want me to believe is black? This the black lady. This the black lady. This her. Yeah, we this dumb, Sergeant King. We are this dumb. Yes, yes, yes. We are, as a community, this dumb. Yes, yes.
I'm not white passing. I don't pass for white. That's the point. That's an act. Stop judging me and stop. I just lost my daddy and my uncle within 2 days. Baby, you don't have no idea. This a Louisiana baby. Come down here, experience our culture, and stop judging me. If you don't want me to be black, that's on you, not on me. I know who I am.
You're not black.
Born and raised in Louisiana, baby. Okay. Down in the bayou.
So,
come wrestle with an alligator.
They got plenty white people born and raised in Louisiana. What that mean? They got plenty white people born and raised in Louisiana. What that mean? She showed her daddy and her uncle. They white. This lady been on the internet. She been showed her parents. They white as all get out. She's a white woman.
Promise you, you won't win. I'm bigger than a bear. And I mean that not in my size, but in my hands. You heard me? My parents, because
Now feed your strap down.
which one is
Bro, this shit is embarrassing, bro. This shit is embarrassing, bro. And they got black people on the internet think this woman really black. This shit is embarrassing, bro. Yeah, Sergeant King, we that stupid. Yeah, man. We will let these people make us not believe our own eyes. So I guess because she was born in Louisiana, that make her black. One day, her and her sister, or whoever, was sitting on the porch, and their skin started turning red. They were sunburning. So I was like, how she black? Race relations in the state of Louisiana is very complex. I'm not stupid. Sometimes I have to go back home and realize how complex race relations in Louisiana is. And there are some Creole people who do look more white than black. And that's because they're closer to the white side than the black. Because what y'all don't understand is there's a large mixed population in Louisiana and New Orleans specifically. It is a huge population of what they call them, not Creole, not Cajun. It's another term they call them. But like the mulattoes, that's a real whole race of people. And some of them people procreate with only each other. It's a real thing. But even she's not one of them. She ain't one of them people. Yeah, like Mama Tina. She's whiter than them. Even Mama Tina got some Negro on her. This is a white woman. Let me see what she's saying.
I've been crying since 1 o'clock this morning. My parents.
This lady here. So all she got to do is come on here and post nigga music and play like she dancing to it, and she get to be black. And you know what's crazy? When I look in them comments of the people saying she is black, it's either ignorant niggas or it's cosplaying tethers. If you see this woman in any surrounding area on your tweet, on your feed, on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, please know, no matter what she says, it's no different. Don't let her get on here and tell you it's different because we're in Louisiana. It is not. This is a white woman. She's been a white woman, and she was born a white woman. She gonna die a white woman, okay? She's been cosplaying. She's made a lot of money and a lot of recognition off of saying that she's black. And anybody with eyes can see that this lady is not black. I don't care how light-skinned your aunt is. I don't care how fine her hair is neither. This is a white woman cosplaying as black. I think that we need to set up a law like the military do for stolen valor. I'm dead ass serious because this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. All these people just going up, just saying that they black and making money off of it and making recognition in businesses. No, it's getting out of hand. And her father having colored, because that's her claim to fame. My daddy birth certificate said colored. The reason why her daddy birth certificate said colored was because when they was doing all of that switcheroo with the paperwork in Louisiana's vital statistic records, they said her daddy he didn't look white enough. Remember, pure white is blonde hair, blue eye, lily white. So in Louisiana, if you didn't fall under the lily white, they pushed you off to the other side. Whenever y'all think of the one drop rule, I tell people all the time, do not think of the one drop rule as if it is a way to determine who is black. It has never been. That's not why it is. It's never been for that. The one drop rule has always been to determine who's pure white. If you look at it from that aspect, then you'll start to understand why a lot of documentation went left. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, I want to move on, but before I do that, let me read a couple of more super chats. Get the likes up on the video, please. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hate when this thing does this. Jeez Louise. Let me read a couple of super chats really quickly. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. How many likes do we have? I don't think we have enough likes. We need to get the likes up, please. Special K, thank you so much for the super chat. Says happy belated birthday, Vu. Love, blessings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you again for the super chat. Says, but video. Thank you, boo. Amanda Panda 1329. Thank you for the super chat. Says supposedly 21's wife liked the pregnancy announcement. That's what I'm saying, because I read that in that article. 21 Savage liked Lotto's pregnancy announcement. That would mean that 21 Savage's wife isn't really his wife. Even if it legally is, technically they not. They just doing that on some beard shit like toilet paper and Marlo. And he's really with Lotto. But then it would be like, why do all of that? Or it's the other way around. Him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I just want us to, if we're going to have a standard as Black women and say that we don't like women who date married men, then that needs to be a standard. And it don't matter who they are. It just needs to be the standard. But thank you so much, Amanda Panda. Christian Young, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Boo, I'm the same way. I'm proud to be 44 and I'll probably tell everyone, as you should. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, and that's why I called Cap. When people bring up Pap is married, they don't really care. They just want to weaponize the truth for Clarissa. But Lotto is cool. Exactly. Like I said, this is how I knew the people who was mad at Clarissa was full of crap, because they were saying that they were mad at Clarissa, but they weren't mad at Remy, and she had a boyfriend first. That's when I knew it was personal. That's when I knew the people, the Black American people who hate, it's typically women. Black American men don't hate Clarissa Shields. It's Black American women. But that's when I realized that the Black American women who hate Clarissa Shields, it has nothing to do with Pap and that marriage. It's just that they hate what they see. They hate the reflection. They hate that she looks like what they couldn't do. Clarissa Shields is a representation to all of them pole broke bitches who online following her just to harass her. She is a representation of what they know they could never do. And that's why they hate her. And that's why they'll clap for Lotto and hate her. Because if that was the case, they should have been mad at Remy too. But they would never be mad at Remy. No. It doesn't make them money. Or it doesn't make them feel better. So they'd rather just put Remy up on a temporary pedestal, because as soon as she piss them off, they're going to drag her too. You see what I'm saying? So they'd rather put Remy on a temporary pedestal and act like Clarissa is the devil. When Remy had that old man first. Remy cheated first. I think we need to discuss the obsession that some Black American women have with light-skinned and biracial women. That needs to be a discussion we need to have. And it needs to be an open panel discussion, a truthful one too. Because if we're not going to be truthful about it, then it ain't going to work. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, our power to shame folks is superpower. Facts. We working on Rockhead too. Absolutely facts. Thank you. Kayla Edwards, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, all we got for Boosie is sorrows and prayers. Facts. Boosie, they on his ass. They want to take that land from Boosie. I'm telling you, they trying to take that boy land. Truthful 42 OMG, thank you so much for making it rain when you didn't have to. Thank you so much for making it rain, boo.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much, Truthful. She says, sowing the seed into you, boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Willie D, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, collectivism does work. We can collectively pray on issues regarding us here. Facts. Like if a clear cop hurt us, a young Black boy, pray for the swift equal karma. Facts. You know, that's what energy is about. And that's why I was talking about doing grounding on the mound too. So we can start getting our energy, grounding it to the earth. That's why I tell y'all ground. But yeah, if we put, just like the church have us getting in these synagogues and pray for him to get these planes and all that stuff, and they get them. Yeah, we could collectively put our energy together to pray for the betterment of the community. Absolutely. And yes, it will work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially powerful people. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now I want to move on to something a little more educational, but something fun. Y'all will learn. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to learn, Fefe. You got to learn. And if y'all don't know, I be sneaking in educational stuff on y'all all day anyway. It's like, you know what I was talking to Topcast about this. Me and Topcast was talking, and Topcast was like, man, he was like, you do be getting people over there and you be talking about the Indian shit. And like I told him, I said, I know my people, I study my people, I love my people. Sometimes you can't just jump out the window and tell them some shit. They ain't gonna want it. You gotta hide the medicine in the food. You get it? Y'all remember back in the day when you had a pill to take, your mama would crush it up and put it in the juice, or she'll crush it up and put it in your food so you can't taste it. That's what I do with my commentary on both channels. I hide the medicine in the food. I come on here and joke with y'all, but you're gonna learn something, or at least I'm gonna provoke your thought. Gotcha. Get my boy on here. Oh yeah. Let me get Kanye. I forgot I had his meme on here. So yeah, I put the medicine in the food, and let me get my boy Kanye on here.
Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.
Yeah, I put a little something in everything I talk about. Even if it's a joke, it's something in there. You might not catch it today. Come back tomorrow. You'll see what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? I hide the medicine in the food. So either way, you're going to get this truth. You're going to get it. If you come over here, you're going to get it. That's what God told me to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, let's roll it out. Now, for a little educational purposes, I had saw that these immigrants were doing a march on Selma. Y'all remember the march on Selma with Mike and them? So, let me see if I can find that march so we can compare it. Hold on. So y'all know the immigrants been windmilling for their rights to stay in America. In Black America, you mind your business. Black America, if you've been paying attention, Black America, you'll notice that the world is falling by the wayside. The world is going to shiznai, okay? And the only group of people that is not affected by this are the Black American people. Not collectively, at least, okay? And some people will sit up here and say, that's not true, that's not true. Some people will say, Black Americans are affected. When you really peel back the layers, by and large, politically, Black Americans have not been affected. Economically, by and large, by and large, Black Americans are not affected. Legally, none of these ways. Everybody else is fighting for survival except us. And this is why I come on the channel and tell y'all, while they over there windmilling on each other, we need to be doing genealogy. Because when the fight is over and whoever ended up standing, we can take our rightful places right at the throne where we belong, because this world belongs to Black America. Until we figure that out, we going to continue to be stuck. But while they fighting, we over here building, creating generational wealth, breaking generational curses, and we over here grounding and praying. We doing our due diligence and doing our genealogy, okay? While everybody else is falling by the wayside. But the way witchcraft works is the internet will tell you that you're suffering too. So be mindful of that, because you got to be able to look outside of the internet and say, wait a minute, what's really going on? All right, so while they over there windmilling with their head down to stay in America, and we over here doing our work to better ourselves, I noticed that they started to pick up a lot of things that we did in the past. A lot of things that the immigrants do are from the things that we did prior in the civil rights movement. Let me put it up here. Oh, hold on. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me pull up the march on Selma. Y'all remember the movie Selma? So I want to start this segment off by saying this. The world is a stage. Put a 3 in the chat if you've ever heard that. Put a 3 in the chat if you've ever heard that saying, that the world is a stage. Because I'm taking y'all somewhere. Follow me, camera. In my Missy Maya voice. I'm taking y'all somewhere. Come with me. I'm trying to take you somewhere. Now pause. If you've heard the term, the world is a stage, then you should know exactly what that means. When they say, or when you hear people say the world is a stage, that means the things that you see with your eyes aren't necessarily exactly what you see. Meaning you could see a dog walking up the street and that may not be exactly what's happening, right? Because things are produced like a reality TV show. All over the world, especially here in America specifically, there's a lot of heavy production going on behind the scenes. And a lot of the history that we've learned in the last 50 years are all heavily produced stories and storylines. Okay. And the reason why that phrase, the world is a stage, comes into play here is because we were lied to. There was a whole bed of witchcraft painted on us, Black America. And that was in the 80s, 90s, and all the way up to recently. But in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to recently, we fell under this heavy umbrella of witchcraft where they told us a story that was completely false. We got called African Americans. That wasn't the truth. They told us we came from Africa. That wasn't the truth. It was a whole bunch of lies and a whole bunch of stuff put on display to Black America because they needed us to ingest this type of information so that we can change our minds to live accordingly. Remember, we cannot be from this land in their eyes because they need to steal it. So in order to steal our land, they have to steal our identities. So in order to do that, they have to keep production in play. So here's the March on Selma. Mike, aka Martin Luther King, he led the March on Selma. He led a lot of marches. He led a lot of things. I've told y'all on many occasions, Martin Luther King was a government agent. He was sent into the Black American neighborhood to calm us down and to continue to take the rest of our wealth. That's who Martin Luther King was. He was nothing more, nothing less. And once he got the job done and tried to renege on the government, they popped him upside the head. It just is what it is. So Mike, John Lewis, and all of them people doing what they have to do to maintain the phrase, the world is a stage. They went all across the South of America cosplaying as freedom fighters. And when I say cosplaying, I mean cosplaying because, you know, I've spoken to someone who's spoken to one of those kids who helped integrated the schools in New Orleans. And they even talked about how when Martin Luther King got arrested down there in New Orleans, how he took the mugshot and he was out of there on the plane the next 30 minutes. Even though the mugshot flashes all across the internet and you believe that Martin really spent the night in jail, the fact of the matter is people who was in New Orleans said that right after that mugshot was taken, Martin Luther King hopped on the flight and he was out of there. That's a part of the production. That is a part of the world being a stage. And I employ everybody who's listening to me to please do the research on every single thing that I am saying, okay? Now, the world being a stage, they needed us to give the rest of our generational wealth and our inheritance away, so they needed to make this a production. The biggest thing that was happening around this time is the television. All across America, they're putting they're putting televisions in everybody's house, preparing them for the stage, preparing them for the civil rights movement. Because once the television got in everybody's houses, boom, action. Here comes the civil rights movement. Mike, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, a bunch of orange juice people, and everybody jumps out the window hollering, "We shall overcome." It gets blasted out on the TV. It goes viral in TV land. It goes viral, and people who didn't even know was an issue was like, "Oh snap, these niggas is tripping down there in the South." And it did cause some people genuinely to want to come and help. And some people were actually going through some of these things. But the fact of the matter is, the thing within itself, the civil rights movement, the March on Washington was a setup production. It's like a reality TV show. This was not real. Now, let me tell you what was real. The people who were attacked, that was real. Some of the police officers and the police dogs, that was real. Some of the people leading the march itself was real. But the way in which the story is presented to you is not. What they did was how they do the Simpsons effect. On The Simpsons, they had us thinking that they were predicting the future. But a long time ago, I said that's cap. They can't be predicting the future. It looked like they just giving us the script. Sure as I got a nose on my face, that's exactly what they was doing. They wasn't predicting no future. They was just writing the script for what they was going to do in the future. That's exactly what they were doing here. planting the struggle into you through the television, i.e. the civil rights movement, i.e. getting bit by dogs on TV, i.e. getting pulled at the lunch counter. All of these things were to implement this doggone tragedy in you that most of us didn't even have. And I know it sounds crazy. I know y'all gonna be on here saying, girl, you sound crazy as hell. But I swear to God, this is the truth. Okay? The civil rights movement, the March on Washington was fake. It was real, but it was fake. It was production. Okay? People really lost their lives behind this production, but yet and still, it was production. Yep, just like the movie Roots. Production. Production. Most of you guys' trauma that you get from slavery comes from the movie Roots. Think about it. When Black Americans think about their traumatic slavery stories, it always be from a scene or at least from something that happened in a slavery movie. That's the production. The world is a stage. There happened to be somebody perfectly standing here to take this photo. This is the same thing happened with George Floyd. That was also a production. And a lot of you were in on it. Welcome to the party. You're late. Production. Look into this. The civil rights movement was a production. It was a reality TV show. It was not real. Real things happened in it, but it was not a real situation. It didn't become real until after we made it real by making it real, believing what the production told us. I hope that makes sense because I feel like I'm talking in circles. Now, why is this important? Because I need y'all to understand where I'm going with this. See all of this? All of this is production. I need y'all to understand. This is so it can go out across the masses and spark emotional outrage. This is all production. Go look at any George Floyd protest. Go look at him. Go look at any George Floyd protest. Go look at any protest you can think of in the past. It is all production to evoke an emotional response. Okay? So they did the production in the 60s. And because Black Americans didn't know it was a production, we hold this near and dear to our hearts. Oh my God. Our people marched across the bridge on Selma to get equality. We saw the movie. It's a near and dear thing to us. Well, the immigrants decided that if it worked for us, or at least the production worked for us, that they said, well, shit, we might as well get in on this too. So here come the immigrants marching across Selma, couple of Negroes, but remember, all of these Negroes leading this line, they are paid actors. Let me say it again. I ain't gonna say all. Most of the Negroes leading the line, not just the Negroes, most of the people that lead these picket lines are paid actors. The same way Martin Luther King was a paid actor. Most of the people that lead these picket lines are paid actors. Paid actors. Their job is to make you believe this shit is real so that they can evoke your emotions and get whatever agenda they need done. Okay? I'm telling you now. So here it is. These people leading this march on Selma, and the immigrants decide that if it worked for Negroes, it should work for us. Let's get into the march on Selma.
But the movement is transformed from then and then to us and now. This is our moment because our time has come to defend our rights. This is one step in that great legacy. Let's march with solemnity. Keep hope alive! 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 Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente.
we shall overcome someday.
Oh, child, this was dreadful. Hold on, let me show you this. Let me share this one.
Great legacy. Let's march with the liberty. But the movement is transformed from then and then to us and now. This is our moment because our time has come to defend our rights. This is one step in that great legacy. Let's march with the liberty. Keep hope alive! 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 Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Somebody! 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 Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
You know, I had a hard time just watching that clip. It just feels very disrespectful, and it feels intentionally disrespectful, especially with the climate of everything that's going on between people saying that Black Americans should be in solidarity with immigrants, and then them going down to Selma where our ancestors marched due to persecution. Them trying to marching on that same bridge, to me feels intentionally disrespectful, regardless of how they try to flip it and make it seem like, oh, well, we're standing in solidarity and in honor of the civil rights movement, as if their struggles were our ancestors, our grandmothers and great grandmothers' struggles. Their struggles are not our people's struggles. So it's not even close to the same thing. I can't give y'all my unfiltered opinion on TikTok on this subject. So I'm gonna do another video and I'm gonna upload it probably tomorrow to YouTube, where I can actually say what I really want to say about this, because I can't say it without getting some type of flag or strike. But my thing is, what exactly inequalities are you fighting against? You because you don't want to be investigated for fraud, because you don't want to be investigated for entering the country illegally without doing you're fighting against having to file paperwork, immigration paperwork. Like, what exactly are you fighting for? Like, our ancestors went through absolute hell, and that's why they marched. What, like, to make it seem like it's the same thing, it's like a slap in the face. And I feel like they're doing that shit on purpose. I really do. My great grandmother was born in 1914 in Texas. She got in when she was right around my age, maybe a little older. She got into a car accident. Her face was disfigured. She could not, the only hospitals around were white only. She almost died because they had to try to find a Negro hospital because nobody would take her. Face disfigured. She had permanent scarring on her face. Face was messed up in a car accident. They would not save her life. That's the type of shit that our people were dealing with in this country. So to make it seem like your immigrant problems are the same and worth the same type of protest that ours were is completely nonsense. And for any Black American person, I don't know if there was any out there that egged them on to do that or supported them in that. It's just as bad, if not worse.
So let me just say this. The Black Americans that egg this on are paid actors. Remember, I told y'all some of our own people are going to be in on this. This is why I told y'all we need to reenact the treason law. Remember, I tell y'all about treason all the time. I am big on loyalty. I am huge on loyalty. And the Black Americans who are heading these rallies, who are marching with these people, they need to fall under treason. I'm dead ass serious. Like, we need to run this shit like medieval times. Start sending niggas to the wolves. Oh, you want to be treasonous? Get him up out of here. Off with his head. You see what I'm saying? Type shit. I ain't even holding you. Because the Black people that's helping march with these people are in on it. The head Hispanics that's marching with them. They are in on it. I keep telling y'all could get into the Freemason bit part of this, but when you talk about even Freemasons, a lot of these people ain't even loyal to their race. They loyal to these doggone secret societies. Okay? So you be thinking that it's black against white, and the black man and the white man be to work together to whoop your ass because they both 33-degree Freemasons or some shit. You see what I'm saying? Or they both Qs. Or they both work 858. Or they both was Boule. Or they both come up under the NAACP. All of that shit be coming above that. This is why I tell Black America to research so that you won't be emotionally attached to this stuff. Because honestly, it does feel hella disrespectful that these people can come to America and just try to embody our energy. The reason why they all up across that doggone bridge, because they want to be us. They want to have the same responses. They want to have the same, they want to get the things that we get as God's chosen people, and they never will. So what do? It's kind of like somebody who's obsessed with you that rather wear your clothes just to say they were next to you. That's what's going on in America when it comes to Black America. This is why they're going on Selma to March. They'd rather wear our clothes to say they were next to us. I'm telling you, they'd rather wear our clothes just to say that they were next to us. But it's not going to work. You can duplicate it, but you can never recreate it or imitate it. So that's why they're over there on Selma trying to march across the bridge singing Unseasoned, We Shall Overcome, but it's not going to work. And quiet as it's kept, it didn't work then because that was production. What we thought was it working. See, we thought, oh, it worked. We got to sit at the lunch counter with these clears. And now we over here windmilling with our head down to get our land back. So it didn't work. But even for whatever capacity we thought it was going to work for, or that it did work, it's not going to work for these people because they are not us. And you know what's the most disrespectful about this shit? If I went to any Hispanic speaking country, me and my black ass peers, and we reenacted any historical situation that they had, and a lot of the historical stuff ain't even them. It's from the black people that was there before they got there. But let me go to any Spanish-speaking place and try to reenact any sort of civil rights or reenact any sort of anything. Them people would literally put me on trial and literally kill me. Literally. I literally would not make it back to America. But only in America, because we've allowed them to brainwash us to accept everybody. Only in America, we let everybody come over here and play in our face. And for that, it is very disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. And these pluckers keep coming over here to do this shit. But don't worry about it. The ancestors is going to deal with them, and the land is going to regurgitate these motherfuckers like a bad headache. Do you hear me? The land is going to throw these people up and out. Listen to me. The earth is a living creature. The earth is a God. The land is going to spit these people up out of here. You have to know it. This is why I tell Black America, stop getting in the middle of that ICE shit. That don't have nothing to do with you. Let the land spew these bastards up out of here. Let them do it. Because that's what's supposed to happen. All of these people on this land disrespecting the descendants of these gods and these ancient peoples and these ancient Aboriginal indigenous Indians, y'all will be put off of this land, and it is what it is. So allow it to happen. If you jump in the middle, you're going to go with them. It's very disrespectful, but that's what they do. But no worries. We're learning who we are. We're figuring out this whole thing, and we're going to restore the pride back into us and who we are, and then we'll be able to better defend it, if it makes sense. But until then, we have to work on genealogy, and we have to work on studying, research, and restoring. We got to work on study, Research, restoring. Because we got to restore our pride back. We got to restore the fact that it's a privilege. And not just, I don't want to just come back to be black. Because anybody black, every black ain't lit. We have to put it out there that being a black American is the thing. And we got to stand on it and protect it as such. Because even other black people want to be a nigga. Stop me when I start lying. You get it? We got to restore that pride back into ourselves. We don't need no clear people to tell us that. We don't need no Asians to tell us that. And we don't need no Hispanics to tell us that. We got to know it. Because it is a privilege to not just be black. To be amongst the nigga, that is the privilege amongst all of the privileges. Never forget it. Okay? And with that being said, let me read these last few super chats and hop up off of here. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up on the video, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Brown Sugar, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, you gifted me a 30-day membership on your born day. Thank you, hun, and enjoy your weekend. You're welcome. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. And Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says, I need 3 big ice cream trucks to Selma. Facts. That'll get them off of that bridge. But with that being said, though, y'all, Black America, take care of yourselves. Please do some research on anything that I talked about today so you can find this information out for yourself. And always know this. Always know this. They know who we are. It's about high time we know who we are. Do the research. Do your genealogy. Tap back into God, and you're going to get all the answers you need to get back to where you belong. With that being said, I love y'all down to the ground. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves and each other and pay it forward. Never pay me back. I'll catch y'all on the next one and see me later on for Educational Friday. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.